What is good, y'all? This is your girl Sophia with another video that I'm super excited about. This is like my most favorite topic. Today we're talking about how to be productive when you do not want to, how to make yourself do things. This is a very long conversation we gotta have, okay? But I decided not to throw every single thing in this video because otherwise it's gonna be forever. But I will talk about some things that I've implemented in my life recently. I'm very into the idea of productivity, just how to work to my full capacity, to full efficiency. I'm talking this, I haven't slept today, but it's fine. Anywho, let's get right into it, okay? I do want to say that all of us are wired to be lazy. This is an evolutionary advantage. This is something that's scientifically been proven. Just, you cannot outbeat evolution, so there's nothing wrong with feeling lazy. And if you ever encounter a person who says, oh, like, I'm never lazy, they're lying. They're straight up lying, okay? Although the existence of people like Elon Musk sometimes makes me question this. I'll just get straight into point, but I will start with the whole thing. The problem that we have today, nowadays, in our generation, is fast dopamine. This is the thing that kills your brain. This is the thing that absolutely rots your brain. I was surprised because I was like kind of doing a little bit of extra research on this topic. There are already terms invented, like multiple terms for specific types of like brain overload when you are having so much information and like consumption of media that you literally cannot do anything or just don't want to do anything and stuff like that. And it just quickly linked me back to the thing that I've read a lot about, which is again quick dopamine. And this is the biggest problem I think of our generation, is we have access to so much dopamine. Before, when we were, you know, like before electricity, before all that kind of stuff, if we needed fast dopamine, like what did people do? People like would walk to their friend's house, like we would talk, we would do things, we would like, because we didn't have TVs, we didn't have phones, we didn't have the internet, all that kind of stuff. So naturally now, back at the time, our brains got dopamine. You needed to make an effort to actually have dopamine released in your brain, okay? You had to actually get up and do stuff. Now, if you want quick dopamine, and our brain loves dopamine, our mind specifically, we all love dopamine, okay? It's not a secret, it should not be a surprise to anybody. We love dopamine, but right now, if your brain wants dopamine, what do? We pull up our phone, we turn on Netflix, we do something that's completely irrelevant to our passions, our goals, to what we want to do in life, to what we want to try to do. So a lot of us just like don't even get into this stuff. And the first thing that I want to say is the biggest problem is dopamine. And for starters, what you need to do is reduce your addiction to dopamine. Let's talk about this. This is complicated, and as with any addiction, or as with any dependency, whether we're talking about medication, whether we're talking about pretty much anything in life that you have been exposed to for long periods of time. For example, let's take people who smoke. Why is it so difficult to give up smoking? Most people, they smoke, let's say like, 2 packs of cigarettes a day. All of a sudden they smoke 0. Your brain is in complete distress. Your brain does not understand what's going on. A more rational approach to this would be decreasing the amounts of cigarettes that you smoke every day, and then moving on eventually to the part where you just don't. The same thing applies to anything. Absolutely anything. For example, if you're on some sort of like a medication and you want to lower your dose, or you want to get off of this medication, no doctor, hopefully, will ever tell you, oh yeah, like just stop drinking this, especially when we're talking about things like something that influences your brain chemistry, like for example, some prescription medicine. No doctor will ever tell you, yeah, like just stop drinking this when you have been taking this pill for like 2 years of your life. No doctor will tell you, hey, just stop drinking your pills, just stop taking your medication. You will first have to decrease the dose. So one of the problems with dopamine addiction is that every single time we're setting this new goal, okay, now like starting from tomorrow, starting from today, starting from right now, I'm not gonna spend so much time on my phone, I'm not gonna even take my phone with me, or I'm not going to be doing this, I'm not going to be doing that, and we completely try to eradicate this thing from our lives, which only leads to just like a vicious circle, because we keep going back to the thing that we're so desperately trying to avoid. So instead of just like cutting off all dopamine sources completely from your life, you need to start by decreasing the amount of time that you spend doing these activities that release fast dopamine. For example, look at your screen time on your iPhone, on your other phone. Look at your screen time, how much time you spend on social media. For example, you see like TikTok or something, and you see 12 hours a day. All right, let's start with 11. Because as I said, if you just delete TikTok app, you will just go to Instagram, or you will just go to, I don't know, another social media app. And what you need to do instead is not to just like completely eradicate something, you need to slowly start decreasing time. What I did not too long ago, and it's actually like just my brain feels so much better. I told myself I cannot consume any information. I cannot consume any social media. I cannot consume any like YouTube videos. I cannot consume any fast dopamine release situations until I'm done with work. I have my 9 to 5. I'm not talking about a job. I do work, but I also have school. I also have like classes and all that kind of stuff. Until I'm done like 9 to 5, because I have classes, work, blah, blah, blah. Usually I finish with like around 5 and stuff. Until 5 o'clock, I have no business being on social media, being anywhere. When I'm telling you, it was difficult, yeah, because I kind of went a little bit, maybe a step ahead rather than decreasing it to, like, for example, several hours anymore. For example, I just decided to like, no, like 9 to 5, no, nothing, has helped me so much. So again, rather than just telling myself, all right, from now on, I'm just gonna delete everything. No, I was just like, all right, let's decrease the amount of time. When I'm telling you, my screen time went down almost 50%. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, this is insane. So I highly recommend you unteaching your brain, making your brain less addicted to this fast dopamine. And you do so just like with like prescription drugs and all that kind of stuff. You do so by slowly decreasing what your addiction is. Okay, let's talk about this very important thing, and I've been doing it for forever, and it helps me so much. I'm the kind of person who always has 100,000 thoughts in my brain all the time. There's always something in my mind, there's always something in my brain, always something's happening. And the biggest thing you can do just to de-stress yourself is to brain dump. I brain dump every day when I do my to-do list, when I write in my to-do list, because when you work in a situation, actually, if you guys want a really good read, there's a book called Organized Brain. I believe it's by Daniel Levitin, and it talks about the same kind of concept. You need to dump your brain. When you hold thoughts in your brain the whole time, this is not a garbage storage, okay? Your brain is for generating ideas so that you can write them down, implement them somewhere, put it in your notes, put it in somewhere, not to hold them. The more you hold thoughts in your brain and you do not know what to do with them, and there's so many things you want to do because you need to do this and you need to do that, you need to dump everything that's on your mind. The second you get a thought about something, write it down in your notes. The second you understand there's another thing that you have to do and it's urgent, write it down. Do not keep it in your brain. The more things you keep in your brain, the more cluttered it becomes, obviously, and the more stressed you are and the less desire you have for anything. With the brain dump, another awesome thing that I absolutely love, when you like see the problems, I usually divide them by whether they're deadline sensitive, so like if I need something tonight or like tomorrow, if this thing can wait until like 2 months later, and so like urgency, right? Like how urgent is this, how deadline sensitive it is, and how important it is, right? So usually I do just that, and so out of all these brain dumps that I do every day, I pick things that are most urgent, require most of my attention, and I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about nothing else. I just prioritize those things, and my brain is calmed down. My brain is clear because now I have a specific set of goals and a specific set of things that I need to do today. Everything else can wait for you later, okay? This helps with productivity, with retention, with actually not being stressed, because a lot of the time we're just afraid. And this brain dump helps to kind of slice the problems up, slice them up a little bit, so your goals, your to-do list looks a little bit more feasible, a little more doable, and that I find it personally very helpful. I do want to come back with a third point to my little brain dump thing. I want to tell you about a few things that I did implemented not too long ago, but they have been working extremely well for me. And I told you about one of them already, that I just like have like my 9 to 5 of no social media, a 9 to 5 of no YouTube, no nothing. The only things that I can do, I can listen to audiobooks. I can listen to audiobooks. That's about the only entertainment that I get to have. When I'm telling you, I like finished the book, started another one, okay? And another thing that I do want to say about this, music. The primary reason, actually, one of the reasons why my brain was cluttered, I'm very much into music and all that kind of stuff, and sometimes I listen to too much of it. And I think a lot of people can relate. Just like pay attention to all these people wearing their headphones all the time. We're always in our headphones, including me right now, by the way. But anyways, what I did as well, my 9 to 5, I cannot listen to music. I cannot consume any music. It worked like magic. And I'm pretty sure if you are the kind of person like I am, like you go class to class, you have to have your headphones in. You cannot like walk without your headphones. I promise you, just try this for a week. For a week, you will see the difference, because I did. I'm a huge music fan. I always have to have my headphones on. As soon as I tried it, my brain just like feels so much more clear and just so much better. Next point, I believe it's point number 4. I call it gaslighting yourself into liking things that you have to do. I think our brains are very interesting. I think we can wire ourselves for virtually anything. So what I do sometimes, and today that was also the case because I'm super tired, but I still have done a lot. What I do sometimes, I just tell myself that this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I'm so passionate about this. I'm so interested in this. And I just start to gaslight myself into wanting to do this. Like, no, like actually I think it would be really interesting. Oh, I think it would be, oh, I will learn something new. I just like find all these reasons why I do not allow a single negative contradictory thought come to me. Oh, but no. Oh, but what if? Oh, but whatever. I do not allow these thoughts in my brain. The only thing that I allow in my brain is gaslighting myself into thinking that this is going to be the best thing ever. I'm going to have so much fun doing this, and it's going to go fast, and it's going to be simple, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be so much smarter, so much cooler, and I will have an amazing future because of this. I gaslight myself into working on my passions when I do not want to, when I do not feel like I really need to, like I really have to, when I just want to do something else. I gaslight myself into doing things, okay? So try that trick on your brain, see if it works. Last thing I want to say, I believe it's going to be point number 5. This is actually not specifically like a tip or anything. I do want to recommend one app, okay? It's called Forest, and I downloaded it not too long ago, and honestly it's incredible. I've tried other like a focus study. I don't know what the classification for these apps are, but I tried Forest because I kind of like the concept. Here's another thing though, it limits your time. It limits your time on social. Like, it basically limits access to pretty much any app on your phone. The other day I was at work and I like needed to take a picture of like a whiteboard of stuff on a whiteboard. I couldn't even open my camera, like it wouldn't let me. So the thing that I really love about it, first of all, you pay for it. And there's a psychological thing I believe that the developers wanted to integrate into this, is when you pay for this app, you're going to use it. You're going to try to use it because we're like humans. You're just like, oh, like, I spend my money on this, okay, even though it's like $4 or something. Like, it's just still going to draw you more towards actually doing this and actually using it. There are a lot of like little cool things about it. For example, if you set your timer and if you set your timer for a focus time, for example, you want to work on your homework for 50 minutes or something like that, it will not allow you to open any app on your phone. Here's the thing, if you go to your iPhone, whatever settings, and you can set up basically the same thing, but here's the catch. On iPhone, it's very easy to turn this thing off. You just click the thing that says ignore limit for today and you're fine. You were on TikTok, well, you're back on it, even if your time limit has passed already. With Forest, it's not working like this. Forest locks everything. You literally have no access. You could break your little timer that you started, but they did something interesting. They called this button I give up. I give up, and I think it just has like this little mental hook of like, hey, am I a loser? Am I really gonna press on I give up? Another thing is, if you do click on give up, basically there's like the little forest with like this little cute bushes and trees and flowers and stuff, and it plants like this really ugly dry tree, like, hey, like look at how screwed you are. So I kind of like it. It's actually, I tried other study apps like Study Bunny. Study Bunny didn't, I like Study Bunny music on YouTube when I need something like ambient to listen to when I'm doing homework or something, but Study Bunny like didn't really, I didn't really find it cool. But I'm telling you, Forest kind of have changed. It has changed the way I do things, so I really recommend you to try it out. Even if you don't want to buy it, maybe you can find something similar, or maybe you just now you have a general idea that you can go to your iPhone, to your settings, and then set timer for certain apps that you know you are very prone to like be spending time on while you actually have to do work. So I think that's gonna be it for this video. I have so much more that I can talk about, but I'll just keep it to this right now because I'm telling you, this video is gonna be twice as long as I say everything. If you guys have any other tips, or if you guys have any comments, any suggestions, anything you tried, please leave them down in the comments. And if you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.